Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We are on scenario 3.4 over at the crypt with the character Drelm. And at this location, the difficulty of checks against Banes that have the cold or undead trait is increased by 3 plus the scenario's adventure deck number. So wow. So all undead and cold traits are going to be plus 6 to defeat. Ouch. Well, that's going to be difficult. Let's see how this goes. Advancing the Blessings deck, right off the bat, we get Curse of the Ravenous. Drelm is cursed. Alright, well, what do you expect from a crypt? We're going to explore now. Alright, we get an Armored Kilt. Alright, Drelm has Constitution D6. Hey, we rolled a 5, so we did acquire that. But we really like Drelm's hand, so we're just going to keep things as they are. But now we have to roll for Curse of the Ravenous, and we have to discard. What's interesting about the Curse of the Ravenous is that there's nothing on there for armors. Interesting, so armors are immune to this curse. How about that? So that means we technically don't really have to roll on that. If we had any blessings, we'd have to have lost them or buried them. Alright, advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients, and we're going to explore. And we get the Wand of Scorching Ray. Sweet, it's an item 3, level 3. Definitely want this card. Intelligence Arcane. Well, ouch. Drelm just has, well, his intelligence is D6. Okay. And we have a Blessing of Wadjet. We can add 2d8. By discarding that blessing, we can add 2d8 to acquire this boon. Alright, we only need an 8. That's pretty cool. So we rolled 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So it goes into our hand. So for your combat check, we can bury this card to roll 46. Alright, that's pretty nifty. So since we use the Blessing of Wadjet, we'll just keep things as they are. We do have to roll for Curse of the Ravenous. We rolled a 2. So if we had any allies in our discard pile, we would have to bury them, but we don't. Alright, we are good to go. Advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Isis. Okay, and here we go. We have met the henchman, who is undead. So that means that all checks to defeat are increased by plus 6. Dun dun dun. So, we did not examine this card. So, this undead cleric priest, and Drelm is a cleric himself. So there. So it says here, immune to mental and poison. And there's an after you act effect. Okay. So what we're going to do, what are our choices? Well, if we use just this Wand of Scorching Ray for the combat check, so 46, that will give us a maximum of 6, 12, 24, and we need a 26. So the Wand of Scorching Ray isn't really going to help out here. Let's see, what else do we got? Well, we do have the Copish. So for your combat check, reveal this card to use your strength or melee skill plus 1d8. If proficient with weapons, you may additionally discard this card to add 1 to each die. Okay, so we will have to do that. So, so we can do our melee skill. So assembling our dice, it's a d8 and, that's a d10 and a d8. We are adding 2 to each die since we're discarding the Copish. So our buffs there are 4, and our melee buff is also a plus 4. So we're adding 8 to this roll, but that is it. Okay, adding 8 to the roll, and we need a total of, it's not looking good. Alright, so we rolled a 9 and a 3. So 9 and 3, 9, 10, plus 8, so we got 20. We needed a 24. So, let's check this out. So we do have this Effigy of Matt. On your check, after the roll, reveal this card and bury a card, then remove any number of dice. For each die removed, add or subtract 5. Take the new results. Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll reveal this card. We'll go ahead and we will bury the Wand of Scorching Ray. So basically what we're doing is we're turning this 3 into a 5. So now we have 9 and 5 is 14 plus our plus 8 buff. So 9 and 5, 14 plus 8 is 22, and we needed an 18, 19, 20. We needed a 24. But then check this out. Cleric of Nethys, on your check after the roll, recharge this card to add or subtract 2 from the result. So, boom, look at that. Right on the nose. Well, thanks to Effigy of Matt, let's go ahead and do another check here. So, the Kopish gave us +4. His melee gave us +4. Cleric of Nethys gave him 2, so that's a +10 buff right there. 19, 24, and 8, 9, 10, 24. And Alright, we did it. After you act, if the result of the check to defeat is greater than 24. Oh, how funny. This just happened to be just 24. So it's not greater, so we don't even have to deal with that henchman. Or we don't have to summon and encounter the Natron zombie. Alright, so this Bane is banished. And it says here, when closing, succeed at a wisdom or divine check with a difficulty of 4 plus the scenario's adventure deck number. So that's going to be a total of 7. So this is a 7 check. Let's go ahead and get a 7. And we have to roll a divine. So Drelm's divine is D8 plus 4. And we need a 7. So we rolled a 7 plus 4. Alright, we have successfully closed the crypt. We have closed that location. Wow, that was pretty cool. I mean, let's go ahead and do technical difficulties here. Let's do a deck check for Drelm. That was pretty phenomenal. I liked how Curse of the Ravenous is gone. So, deck check for Drelm. There's the spell. He had that in his hand. He didn't need it. We got this great new item, the Wand of Scorching Ray. It's level 3. We're probably going to go to a trader. The Effigy of Matt, one of the most OP cards in the game, and we got it. Pretty excited about that. Blessing of Wadjet. So we got the extra armor slot here. Since we acquired some armor, we can get rid of it. So maybe that's what we'll do. We have these basic allies because we had to fill up our deck a while back in order just to make it a legal deck. And we can actually, you know what's really cool, according to the rules, I actually forgot this. Because now, you know what, this is a really cool thing to bring up. Actually, I got the rule book right here. Let's take a look at this. This is a fascinating rule. I always forget this rule, but it is so true. It says here, between games, so for example, if your character's card list specifies 3 items, so it says here, instead you may use cards. I don't know if you can read that or not. So instead, let's zoom in. This is such a cool rule, and I always forget this cool rule, but it's so cool. So it says here, instead you may use any cards in the box whose adventure deck number is at least 2 lower than the adventure you're currently playing. So that is so cool. So what we can do, so when we're building our deck, is we can actually choose. So man, after you begin, so this rule right here is awesome, because what that means is that now Drelm, when he constructs his deck, he is not limited to just basic cards. If he needs to, he can actually, you know what's really cool? I can go ahead and I can get that Feather of Matt card, because, you know, if we say like we for some reason see Drelm's item slot is 3, but say he like, sorry for the glare there, is 3, but say like he only has 2 items, he can get that level 1 item. Wow, that is really cool. So I'm going to have to remember that. So what we have here, so we're going to definitely trade. Let's go ahead and see what the reward for the scenario is first. So the reward for this scenario was the, we've unlocked this trader, Agamia, and we've also got this loot, the Scarab Brooch. So check this out, we got 2 new items that we could trade right off the bat, and we're on level 3. So the question is like, do we want to go get a new spell? You know, maybe it's time for a new spell. I like these support spells, and I like this offensive spell. Do we need more armor? I mean, right now, the only armor I really like is this one. This one's nifty, but we really haven't used it so far, and it's like level 3. Weapons, you know, we could definitely use some weapons. We only have 1 nifty weapon. So right now, it's either this or this. Items, we like the items. We could use another ally, because right now we just got the cleric. These two are just kind of stragglers at this point. We really can't get a new blessing. So, what do I want to do for Drelm? I like his offense. His melee's fine. Spells are cool. Could be better. Armor's kind of boring. Cleric, allies are pretty exciting. He's going to go Tuskal. I'm going to go with armor again. I know, call me crazy. We're going to go to the ghoul market. Drelm is an orc, so maybe orcs like ghouls. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is there. But we get to get armors of level 2 or 3. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, right off the bat. Claw, hand, shield, advocate's armor, or the alchemist suit. Alright. So we already got rid of an alchemist suit. We gave that to when we visited this trader. We already traded her that. So our choices are advocate's armor. Well, Drelm is a cleric. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. We are definitely going to keep one of these items. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so hopefully you can read those. So this one, claw, hand, shield. If you played a weapon that has a two-handed trait, you may not play this card. Reveal this card to reduce acid, combat, or fire damage by 2. You can play another armor on your combat check if you played a weapon. Discard this card and add 1d4 in the slashing trait. This looks cool, and this is something like an orc would want and have in his deck. Technical difficulties, but I don't really think it's that cool. This one's probably a little powerful. This one is reveal this card to reduce acid, combat, electricity, or fire damage by 2, or to add 2 to your non-combat charisma or diplomacy check. So right off the bat, Drelm, his charisma is just a d6. He can get an additional +2. This one, yep. So what we're doing is, thanks to the ghoul market, we're going to go ahead and get the advocate's armor. And what we're going to do, we'd give him an armor, but all of our armors are basic 1 or 2. So we're going to go ahead. Wand of Scorching Ray isn't helping us out. This item isn't really that great. It just stops locations. So we're going to give the ghoul market these 2 little trinkets. And we're going to say, yep, sign us up for advocate armor. Thank you so much. Alright, well that is that adventure. I liked it. It was pretty cool. That crypt is a real difficult location. But thanks to the cards we had, we were able to close it out. Alright, well thanks for watching. I will have another adventure up shortly.